Hi guys, hope you're all well. And I also hope कि आप लोगों में से कुछ लोग गए होंगे दिलजीत का कॉन्सर्ट देखने या फिर कुछ और करने या फिर वीकेंड्स में या फिर आई थिंक वट एवर गिव्स यू प्लेजर या फिर कुछ भी जो आपको पसंद है आप करने गए होंगे एंड दैट इज़ ऑल गुड आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट इट्स a bad thing, but I feel like I am here to talk about something really important: mental health. I know, this is something that, just a couple of people would want to talk about, but क्यों नहीं हो रहा है mental health पे focus is my question. Um, why are people not actively, engaging in conversations, not just with me, I feel in general, कि आप mental health के बारे में क्यों बात नहीं करना चाहते हो, mental health के बारे में आपको awareness क्यों नहीं है, या क्या क्या restrictions हैं आपके mind में, या फिर क्या misconceptions हैं. So I want to actively, put my energy out here on this page because I want people to know and understand that mental health is not just, something which is कि ओके अच्छा ठीक है ये ख़त्म हो गया. इट्स नॉट अ पासिंग थिंग कि ठीक है एक बार आ गया हो गया. इट्स नथिंग, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. इनफैक्ट I think there are a lot of stigmas, and we talk about it. We know, even I am aware कि आप लोगों को भी पता ही है stigmas के बारे में, but nobody wants to pay attention actively, which is totally fine. But I think you should and one must, क्योंकि आजकल अब इंडिविजुअल को छोड़ करके हमारा पैराडाइम ऐसे शिफ्ट हो रहा है एंड हमारा फोकस भी शिफ्ट हो रहा है टुवर्ड्स चिल्ड्रन. बिकॉज इमेजिन आप जो 12 ईयर्स के हैं, जो आपके अडल्ट हैं या एडोलसेंट्स हैं, एडोलसेंट से अडल्ट वाले फेज में जो बच्चे हैं, ठीक है, उनके रिक्वायरमेंट्स कुछ और हैं. एज अ पेरेंट आप क्या कर सकते हो, क्या नहीं कर सकते हो, तो ये सारी चीज़ें ठीक है आप अपने फ्रेंड्स से डिस्कस करो, यू टॉक टू योर पेरेंट्स, बट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जो ये जनरेशनल गैप है वो इसीलिए बढ़ता है बिकॉज यू नॉट अवेयर ऑफ सर्टन थिंग्स. आपको मेंटल हेल्थ की इंपॉर्टेंस के बारे में नहीं पता, बट योर चिल्ड्रन दे नो हाउ इम्पॉर्टेंट इट इज़ बिकॉज दे आर सफरिंग एंड दे आर गोइंग टू सफ़र. जो बच्चे अभी हाल ही में पैदा हो रहे हैं या जो 2000 वाले जो बच्चे हैं उनको पता है मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में. सो यू वांट टू टैकल द सिचुएशन और हैंडल द सिचुएशन इन एन अप्रोप्रिएट मैनर, एंड दैट इज़ वाई मेंटल हेल्थ comes into scene. बिकॉज आजकल मैंने आई हैव सीन मल्टीपल पेरेंट्स, I've had clients जिनके बच्चों को लेकर के इश्यूज थे. I've seen them talking about कि कैसे मेरे बच्चे ऐसे कर रहे हैं, दे रिएक्ट इन अ सर्टन मैनर विच आई डोंट लाइक. स्कूल में ऐसे कंप्लेंट्स उसके आ रहे हैं, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू बी अ गुड मदर, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू बी अ गुड हस्बैंड. या फिर कुछ लोगों को बच्चे पैदा करने ही नहीं है क्योंकि उनको इतने कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज़ हैं आज के टाइम में कि आगे जाके बच्चे कैसे सोचेंगे, वी एज अ पेरेंट क्या रोल है हमारा, कैसे है. एंड इफ़ यू थिंक कि मेंटल हेल्थ डज नॉट कम इन टू द सीन और काउंसलिंग डज नॉट कम इन टू द सीन एट ऑल, यू आर रॉन्ग. पहली बात तो आप यहाँ से स्टार्ट करो कि व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट थेरेपी, सो थेरेपी इज़ नॉट ओनली फॉर पीपल हु आर सफरिंग. ये स्टिग्मा जो है, ये जो मिसकंसेप्शन है, इफ लाइक whatever misconception people have around this particular thing, that therapy is for somebody who is suffering a lot, or for somebody or someone who has a mental disorder, it is not like that. Therapy is just a safe space for you to share your things, get guidance, and you get to solve it on your own with the help of a professional. That's it. If I question you that why do you go to a doctor, I mean, you can open Google and you can ask Google, or maybe you can just ask AI these days, right? Chat GPT khol ke you can just ask them that what are the symptoms, and then you can probably just relate with the symptoms and take medication, right? So why do you have to go to a doctor? Now you'll come up with an explanation that if it's a very particular or a specific area in your body, for example, if you're having stomach ache, right, so you can go to a general physician. But if it is something else, if he or she asks you to get your tests done, so then you will get your test done of that particular area, you'll get the results, and if there is something something which is not just a normal regular stomach ache, then you perhaps come up with a finding, right? आपके pathological report के basis पे you come to a finding, and then you go to a specialist ki all right, I'll go to a gastro person या फिर somebody who has their expertise in this particular field or particular area, then you go to them, right? Then why can't you go to a counselor or a therapist when you have to, when your brain is not working, when your mind is not working, when you think that things are not going the way it should go? And it's okay, it's okay, I'm not saying that it's a problem and that you have to go to a therapist. But the reason you're not going to a therapist is because you feel that you can solve this, or this will get solved on its own. It's true, it's true, majority of the things which you go through are things that you are capable of solving, right? But you never know whether it will go in the right direction or not. And that is why mental health professionals are actively working towards making your lives better. And I don't know how to say it, but I'll start from here. That if you come for sessions, right, you get to decide. You can always have a consultation session with your therapist, or you know you always, and you will always have the right to ask your counselor or your psychologist about their qualifications, their run a background check if you want to. And because I have seen people who are taking therapy sessions and they are not going anywhere, they're not reaching anywhere, there is no development, there is no productive development, there's no progress per se. So I feel that when you feel that way, instead of cursing the entire field altogether, instead of blaming that, okay, psychologists can't help, therapists are useless, maybe you can try to, confront the psychologist about what practices they are, you know, uh, uh, practicing, what all therapies, what all interventions, and maybe you can ask them to explain कि आप कर क्या रहे हो, what have you been doing with me, because I don't see any progress. You can always ask them without being angry, right? And if they don't give you an explanation, then, and this should not happen once you're done. Once if a psychologist tells you that okay, we'll have like 7 8 sessions, and if you're confronting them after 8 sessions, it won't be as beneficial. If you have to ask them about your questions, take your time. आप एक दो sessions लो, get done with 1 or 2 sessions, 3 maybe, and then you ask them about what is the course of action. Okay, what are these activities, what will it target, which areas of my life would your activities target, how will I progress, how will we advance, and all of these things, so that आप transparent रहो पूरे process में. It's very important. Transparency is one of the important factors in therapy and counseling. So I think you have, as clients, you have all the rights to ask these questions for your clarification. And yeah, I think I will, irrespective of whatever, I think I will just talk about weekly. I will probably just talk about different topics so that you educate yourself a little bit, psycho educate yourself a little bit. And yeah, if you have any queries, then definitely I'm always available. So you can drop me a message, or you can just yeah, contact me on Instagram. So yeah, thank you for listening. Have a good day.